Did you know that narcissists have a unique way of judging people that is different from how most people judge? Which might surprise you. Imagine being able to see how the wheels turn inside their minds when they judge people. What if this insight could save you from wasting your time and energy and emotions on the wrong person? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to reveal some shocking and disturbing truths about what truly matters to a narcissist and how you can protect yourself from their manipulative tactics. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Now, first, before we get into it, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Shaneen Megji. Welcome to my channel on Toxicity is Not Your Destiny. I create these videos to help you navigate toxic relationships in your life from a biblical, practical, and spiritual perspective. So if you'd like to receive regular content from me about once a week on this topic, hit the subscribe button and click on the bell because I'm going to be bringing you videos to empower you in navigating those toxic relationships in your life. So why is it important to understand how narcissists judge people? Narcissists have a unique way of sizing up people, quite unlike most. They glide under the radar, smoothly charming and manipulating their way into all kinds of relationships, be it romantic entanglements, friendships, business partnerships, or even family ties. It's alarming how skilled they are at this and the significant amount of damage that they cause along the way. So, understanding how a narcissist judges people can give you valuable intel into their motives and actions. And by getting this intel, hopefully you'll be able to spot the red flags early on and be wise about who you allow into your life, and also redirect your energy to invest in real, authentic, and mutually supportive relationships. So let's get into it. What are the key characteristics that narcissists look for when forming opinions about people? I'm going to share 5 key things. Number 1, appearance. Narcissists often place a high value on a person's appearance. They see physical appearance as a direct reflection of a person's worth. And it's not just about physical attraction, it's about how having an attractive person by their side enhances their own image. When a narcissist scans a room, they're not just looking for someone attractive to talk to, they're evaluating how associating with this person could elevate their own status. For instance, if you walk into the room dressed impeccably and looking confident, a narcissist might zero in on you, not necessarily because they find you genuinely attractive, but because having you by their side makes them look better. In their mind, your appearance enhances their status and serves as a tool to impress others. Now, let's dig into why narcissists are so fixated on how people look. It all comes down to a concept called mirroring. Basically, narcissists look for people who reflect the image that they want to show off to the world. So your appearance and your social status becomes super important in their eyes. Narcissists treat others like mirrors to boost their own self-image. It's like they're creating this ideal version of themselves through their association with you. The second thing that a narcissist looks at when they're judging a person is their social status and power. Narcissists excel at sizing up social hierarchies and figuring out where they fit in. They're always on the lookout for people who can boost their status or give them access to valuable resources, influence, or opportunities. If you're in a powerful position or you have a big social circle, a narcissist will likely see you as extremely valuable. But it's not because they genuinely care about you or your achievements. It's all about how you can be useful to them. This mindset often leads them to be quite manipulative and exploitative with people. To enhance their social standing, narcissists actively pursue relationships with people who can make them look good. For example, imagine a new high-ranking executive joins your company. Well, A narcissist in the office will likely shower them with compliments and try to ingratiate themselves. They see these relationships as golden tickets to better opportunities, perks, and the prestige of being connected to someone important. Their focus is always on what they can get out of it, not on building genuine friendships. Number 3, the third thing that a narcissist looks at when they judge a person is how much that person admires and validates them. Narcissists crave constant validation and admiration. They're always on the lookout for people who can give them this attention. If you're someone who often compliments others or offers praise, a narcissist might see you as a prime source of validation that they need. This need for admiration is endless. It's like a black hole. It leads to a cycle where the narcissist demands more and more and more attention without ever giving back. They might even become critical or demeaning if they feel that they're not getting enough praise, and they may start using tactics like gaslighting to manipulate you so that they can feel more powerful in the relationship, which is another way that they can get their drug of narcissistic supply from you when there isn't enough praise or validation coming from you, in their opinion. Narcissists see admiration as a drug that they can't live without, and so they will go to great lengths to get it. For example, on social media, a narcissist might target someone who is generous with compliments and support. They might shower this person with attention at first to ensure that they're getting a steady flow of validation back. But if the praise that they're getting stops or it lessens, the narcissist might try to get it in a more sadistic way through criticism, anger, humiliation, or punishment so that they can feel powerful in the relationship. Narcissists are always on the hunt for people who can provide this supply, and when they find them, they latch onto them. Without this validation, a narcissist can experience what is called a narcissistic injury, where their self-image feels threatened. So this is why narcissists are so drawn to people who are generous with praise and validation. They depend on these interactions to maintain their fragile self-esteem. Now, the fourth thing that a narcissist looks at when they judge a person is their level of vulnerability. Surprisingly, narcissists are often drawn to individuals who display certain vulnerabilities. This might seem counterintuitive, but they look for people who are empathetic, kind-hearted, and perhaps a bit insecure. They may target someone who has a lot of faith in God and who desires to see other people completely healed and whole. Why is that? Because these individuals are easier to manipulate and control. If you're empathetic, you might be more willing to excuse their bad behavior or try to help them, even at the cost of looking out for your own well-being. Narcissists exploit these traits to maintain power in the relationship and to ensure that their needs are met, often at your expense. For instance, consider a new employee who's eager to fit in and make a good impression. Well, a narcissist who works in that office might see this person as an easy target and offer to mentor them. So they exploit the new employee's desire for acceptance and guidance, slowly establishing control over them. The new employee, driven by their own vulnerabilities, might overlook the narcissist's manipulative behavior, thus falling into a deeper trap. Now, on a little side note, if you would like to have a key tool on understanding the signs of narcissistic abuse, as well as the cycle of abuse and the wheel of violence, I have an excellent tool which has a checklist and diagrams that will help you to understand what you or someone you care about might be going through. So you can download this document for free by clicking on the link in the description box below. Now let's move on to the fifth point. The fifth thing that a narcissist looks at when they judge a person is their level of compliance. Narcissists seek out people who are likely to comply with their demands and go along with their plans without resistance. They often target those people who have been trained to obey authority figures blindly, like in religious or spiritual communities. And This is why many male narcissists gravitate towards these environments, because they can exploit vulnerable and compliant individuals who believe that submitting to the narcissist is akin to submitting to God or maybe a higher power. Narcissists prefer people who are unlikely to challenge them or disrupt their sense of superiority. So if you naturally avoid conflict and you're naturally accommodating, or you forgive endlessly without expecting change, a narcissist might see you as an ideal partner or friend. This dynamic allows them to dominate the relationship, which leads to a one-sided and imbalanced interaction. For example, in a workplace setting, a narcissist might identify a highly accommodating colleague as someone they can easily influence and dominate. They may present their ideas as superior and pressure the compliant person to agree with them. And this gradually creates a situation where the narcissist's needs and desires always end up coming first, which can lead to a one-sided relationship, which leaves the compliant person feeling pretty used and marginalized. Narcissists thrive in environments where they can manipulate power structures to their advantage, and they're drawn to situations where they can assert control or feel superior. This need for control is really rooted in deep-seated insecurities, and this is what helps a narcissist manage their environment and reduce their anxiety. By surrounding themselves with compliant people, this is how a narcissist creates a stable environment where their fragile egos are less likely to be threatened. At the end of the day, when a narcissist sizes up people, they're not interested in their character or virtues. Unlike most folks, narcissists do not seek genuine connections. They're not interested in understanding other people emotionally. Their lack of empathy stops them from forming meaningful bonds. Instead, they focus on traits like appearance, social status, admiration, level of vulnerability, and compliance. These traits serve specific purposes and they boost their fragile self-esteem. The other thing to realize is that narcissists often aren't even aware of their judgmental nature. Their actions stem from deep, deep insecurities and a constant need for validation. They seek out individuals who fit their criteria unconsciously oftentimes, without understanding why, without being interested to know what drives them more deeply. So understanding the criteria that narcissists use to judge others really reveals a crucial insight. They prioritize people based on how they serve their own needs, rather than valuing them for who they truly are. And hopefully these insights in this video will help you to know how to navigate interactions with narcissistic people, and to be in a better position to know which people to give access to your heart to and which ones to maintain some distance with. There's a powerful proverb in the Bible which says, "Above all things, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life." So I hope these tips will help you to guard your heart from narcissists effectively who are out there to take, and instead enable you to receive the safe and life-giving relationships that God has in store for you. So this brings me to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.